basically, it's when I saw that the picture of my life wasn't pleasing to me. Like when I was like, wait, 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 wait. I'm super smart. I've always believed that I'm smart. The choice. I had a friend telling me a few years ago, "How do you do it?" I was like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "How come everything that you start doing, you end up mastering it?" I was like, "Oh yeah, it's true," but I never thought about that. But when I look at my life, at some point I was like, "But where am I going? If I keep going like this, I will be 80 with the same results." You see, so it's like that self-awareness has to hit you at a certain point, but it hits you when you start questioning. You see what I mean? When you're like, "Oh, there's something weird. I don't know what it is, but let me pause and look at the big picture." So that's actually how it happened to me. Does it answer the question?
Absolutely. And I was going to suggest just some simple I am statements too. So if you're listening and you're like, well, I don't know where to start, right?
Mm.
Just start by positive self-talk. So I am beautiful, I am perfect, right? I am whatever your goal is. So put that in place. So we were just having a conversation recently with my stepson, and we were saying, if you want to be a musician, I am a musician, right? If you want to be a producer, I am a producer, right? So speak it into the universe. And the cells, right, on the cellular level, Brees, right, it will
Yeah.
come out, it will emanate. So again, what you create you become. So you have to have that positive self-talk on a daily basis so that you can kind of plant those seeds of manifestation and growth right from the jump.
Yes, yes, yes. And honestly, thank you for saying that, because you just reminded me when I discovered, all the spirituality and the fact that I'm a creator. I started putting post-it everywhere in my house, in my bathroom. I had papers all over the house, to the point where my nephew came and stayed a few days with us like 2 years ago. And it's only, I think, 6 months ago that my son, who's 10 years old, told me, "Dad, by the way, my cousin asked me 2 years ago if you lost your mind," because of all the papers that I had. And I was reading them out loud. But I want to say to the audience that if you are not yet at the stage where all this conversation makes fully sense to you, then accept the fact that when you're going to start with the mantra, your mentor is going to tell you that you're stupid, that you're crazy, that what are you doing? You're going to embarrass us. But the more you say it, the more you become it. It is a slow process. When you realize that the life that you've been living is not serving you, you want to reach the new life quickly. You want to bring that human notion of time into that process. But you have to remember that you've been who you are for decades. For decades. So your cells have been dwelling into what society has created for you to believe, so that when you're going to start this work, be patient. I know I wasn't. I have to be honest. I wasn't. I wanted to get out of that life, and now it's completely behind me. And I'm really happy that I stayed, and that I trusted the process.
And that's a big part of it, trusting the process, right?